I'm about to go do a job in South Florida. I'm going to fly down there for, it's going to take 3 days, but I'm going to stay an extra 4 days at my house. So I'll be gone for a total of a week. It's a piece of Velcro on the table, huh? So I'll be back in a week. Of course, for the job, I'm bringing Godox 8200, the Fujifilm GFX 50R, and a couple lenses, and speed light, a couple light mods, some other very minor stuff. Yeah, gone for a week. You know one thing about medium format, and this was always true even for the days of film back in photography school. I remember sleeping with my Nikon F4S, and I ultimately ended up with 2 of those. And it's a full-frame film camera. Back in the day, that was like smoking fast autofocus. Today's standards is just like insanely slow. But I mean, it was a killer camera for the day. But then you end up with a medium format camera. Of course, actually my first camera was a medium format camera, so I was highly familiar with medium format. It was a Yashica 124 Mat G. Twin lens reflex, kind of like it was a cheap version, cheapy twin lens reflex. That was a really awesome camera. Then I migrated to a 6-7 Pentax, a pair of those, and like a half dozen plus lenses, and 6-7 Pentax. And of course, I ended up also too shooting a 4x5 medium format. I had a Calumet 4x5. Also shot 8x10 that I rented. Never owned an 8x10, but I've shot an 8x10 more than a few times. That's the only film I would ever shoot again is 8x10. Fujifilm is going to come out here for June, the 100 megapixel GFX, and of course I will be getting that. I currently have both GFX cameras. I thought about bringing a secondary camera just for shooting on the 4 free days that I have in Florida, and I thought to myself, why? If you really use medium format, and everybody that says that there's like no big difference between full frame and medium format is lying to themselves like a stinking dog, because you look at the images, everybody that looks at the images, they do the same thing. Oh my god, look at that, holy shit. They do. There's just no... The point is of this video, someone's saying right now, get to the point! The point of this video is if you use medium format, it will spoil the ever-loving piss out of you on everything else. It doesn't matter if it's DX, doesn't matter if it's full frame. It will just spoil you. It's like, what do you have at this? You know, and of course you can't do hardcore sports action wildlife with medium format. The limitations of medium format is known by everybody that's been shooting medium format for quite a long time, which is not most of you, but people that grew up with film and medium format. We all know the medium format limitation. The same limitations in medium format and digital is the exact same thing as they were in film. Exact same, almost exactly the same. You don't compare a giant dump truck earth mover to a Lamborghini, like a super fast Nikon D5 or the Fujifilm X-T3. They're just not comparable. And everybody that owns a medium format GFX 50, they don't give a shit. Because when they open up, if they hope, assuming they have a nice display, a monitor. I got a 5K Retina iMac. And, you pull open those files and you just... you just wet your pants. That's about the only way you could describe it. It will spoil you. So my suggestion to you is, if you like what you're using, do not rent or try out a medium format unless you plan on buying it. I just, like me when I was packing, it's like, why am I going to you take a walk-around camera? I had an epiphany, which is not really an epiphany. I knew it, of course. I'm like, why? The GFX 50R is the camera I've been waiting for 10 years. A compact, and for medium format, that is really compact. A compact medium format digital camera. That's inexpensive, for God's sakes. I mean, it's just everything that I've been dreaming for. And then you got a scumbag website like Diaper Review that gave it a silver star. I mean, these are the people that don't separate out the cameras in their own respective categories. You don't compare a giant earth-moving dump truck to a Lamborghini, right? And that's what medium format is. All medium format is the same. And Fujifilm is the fastest autofocusing medium format by far. The new 100 megapixel is supposed to be 50 to 60% faster than current GFX cameras, the 50S and the 50R, of which I own both. It's just illegitimate. You don't compare a dump truck to a Lamborghini. Well, this thing is really slow. It gets bad gas mileage, and it's not meant for that, you know? And you don't judge a Lamborghini as being crappy because it doesn't handle the back roads very well. You know, we drove that Lamborghini on Billy Bob's dirt road, and it didn't handle too well. I think this Lamborghini sucks, especially at that price tag of $680,000. You don't compare cars that way, and you don't compare cameras that way. That is why I have almost no respect at all for that ridiculous camera review website. You know, I don't. I mean, that is reason number one out of countless reasons. It's just stupid, just an illegitimate, moronic. But that's not the point of this video. I digressed. If you do use medium format, it will spoil the piss out of you. And I thought to myself, you know, why the hell am I going to pack another camera for Florida on my 4 free days? Why? You know, I got the GFX 50R and 3 lenses. I mean, crap. That's my favorite digital camera of all time. And I mean that hardcore. I made a video about that a month or so ago. What's my favorite digital camera of all time? GFX 50R. Period. Whoa, how could that be your favorite camera? It's slow autofocus. It's slow autofocus. There you go. Does this look like a crown? There we go. And that's a slow autofocus. And it's bad for video. You know what? Diaper review. There's not a single owner of medium format camera that's going, oh my god, I bought this medium format camera and it's no damn good for video. Ah! There's not a single person that's doing that. Because they know what the hell medium format is for. And it's not for video. And it's not for hardcore sports action. It's not. Never was, never will be. So, don't use medium format because it will spoil you. You'd be like that movie where, what was it, Little Orphan Annie? She goes from the slums to living in the mansion, and then she starts eating all the fancy food and flying in helicopters, and then it gets pulled away from her, and she's like, yeah, I don't want to go back to the slums anymore. I think I made my point.